Sophia Carter lived in a mansion that looked like a castle. Her father owned luxury car companies, and her mother was a famous fashion designer. Sophia had everything: designer clothes, fame, and thousands of online followers. But deep inside, she was lonely.
What a beautiful
She didn't have real
morning.
friends, only people who admired her wealth. One sunny morning, she woke up feeling like a queen. Little did she know this would become the worst day of her life. As Sophia scrolled her phone, she noticed hundreds of messages. Her father's company stocks had crashed overnight. Reporters were at their gate. When she went downstairs, her mother sat silently, tears in her eyes. "We've lost everything, Sophia," she whispered. The mansion, the cars, everything would be taken. Sophia froze. Her heart pounded. The girl who once looked down on others was suddenly drowning in fear. Within hours, the house was surrounded by trucks. Movers packed expensive paintings, jewelry, and cars. Sophia's mother begged the staff to stay, but they quietly walked away. That night, Sophia sat alone in her empty room, hugging her teddy bear, the only thing left untouched. The mansion that once glowed with laughter was now silent and cold. The next morning, Sophia and her mother moved into a small apartment downtown. No servants, no luxury, no fancy meals. For the first time, Sophia washed her own clothes and cooked instant noodles. Her nails chipped, her hair messy, but her pride hurt more than anything. School felt different now. People whispered. Some laughed. She realized how cruel fake friends could be when the money was gone. One rainy evening, while walking home,
Are you all right? Let's get you out of this rain.
Sophia saw a little boy sitting on the sidewalk crying. His clothes were torn, his hands dirty. A car suddenly sped by, splashing muddy water all over him. The boy didn't move. Sophia's instinct took over. She rushed to help. She gave him her jacket and offered to buy him food. "Why are you alone?" she asked. "My mom's in the hospital," he whispered. The boy's name was Ethan. His mother was very sick and couldn't
Can
work.
anybody hear me? We need help.
They lived in an abandoned building nearby. Sophia followed him and saw the heartbreaking sight: a frail woman lying on a thin blanket, struggling to breathe. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. She didn't have money to help, but she couldn't leave them like that. She called for an ambulance and stayed by their side the whole night. At the hospital, doctors said the woman needed urgent treatment. Sophia had no money left, but she refused to give up. She sold her last gold bracelet, her father's gift, to pay the bills. "Thank you," whispered the woman weakly. Sophia smiled for the first time in weeks. Helping someone else made her feel richer than money ever had. The next morning, Sophia posted about the boy's story online, not for fame, but to find help. Her emotional video spread like wildfire. People from around the world donated. Within 2 days, the hospital bill was paid, and Ethan's mother began to recover. Reporters showed up again, but this time, not for gossip, but to praise Sophia's compassion. One morning, Sophia received a call from her father. He had been away trying to rebuild his company. "I saw what you did, sweetheart," he said proudly. "You made me realize what truly matters." He had found investors again, and their financial situation was improving. But Sophia didn't cheer. "Dad, I'm just happy I could help someone," she replied softly. A week later, Ethan and his mother visited Sophia. They brought her a handmade bracelet made of string and beads. "For your kindness," said Ethan. Sophia wore it proudly. It meant more than all her diamonds. The once arrogant rich girl now understood that true wealth wasn't in what you owned, but in what you gave. Sophia used her online following to start a charity for children like Ethan. Donations poured in, and she worked day and night to help others. Her story was featured on national news. From rich girl to real hero. People were inspired by her transformation. Sophia's life was full again, but this time with meaning. Months later, Sophia visited the hospital again. Ethan's mother was fully recovered and working there as a nurse. "You saved 2 lives, Sophia," she said, holding her hand. Sophia smiled, realizing the miracle wasn't money or fame. It was love, kindness, and second chances. The girl who once lost everything had found something far greater. True wealth isn't counted in dollars or diamonds. It's measured in kindness, compassion, and the lives you touch.